Charlotte Tilbury just had a cutie little launch called the Super Nudes Collection, and it featured a brand new formula that I needed. I needed to know about these, so I picked up 3 of the lip cheat duos. Also in the collection, we had a relaunch, so you weren't going crazy if you thought you had seen this before. It's been years since this launch, but for this collection, she launched the Nudegasm face palette. So I have the older one here. Now, I did notice it's no longer on the website. I'm going to still talk about it in today's video briefly, just in case it does come back. But check out my full review on this if you want the real dirty details. But I'll do a little demo today in case it does come back. Also, a new shade of the Big Lip Plump Gasm in Nudegasm Diamonds. I do not have it. I liked this formula. I didn't love it. Didn't feel the need to spend $35 on it. So that should tell you that. Also included, she did launch recently, not in this collection, but it's kind of grouped in here, some new shades of the Hollywood Contour Wand, which I will not be using today. And it's mostly a lip collection, and I'm excited. But I am excited to get this palette on my face because I am looking bare and pale. Just really one-dimensional right now. A little update if you guys have been regularly watching my videos for, you know, what I'm wearing, what I'm testing. Gave the Half Magic shadow sticks a try again. You guys told me the browns are the best. Really pretty. It doesn't look as smooth as I want it to look, but from a distance, it looks pretty. I'm going to continue testing those, though, because these browns, I mean, they are very, very pretty. Anyways, you don't care about that. Since it's not available, it already sold out. I don't know if they had low stock or if people were really, really thirsty for it, but the Nudegasm face palette, in it you get 2 bronzers and a blush and a highlight, depending on your skin tone, right? Because this is a super glow formula, which is a highlight. This is a multi-glow, which bridges between a blush and a highlight. 3 is this one, supposed to be soft sculpt. And then 4 is super sculpt. So I guess more contours as opposed to bronzers. Anyways, it's been a while since I've used it, but I did like this. I don't super love this Baked Gelée formula of the sculpt shades. I just feel like sometimes the color can be hard to pick up. Also, let's not forget the fact that this is not going to work for every skin tone. Like I said, nitty-gritty details you're going to be able to find in my original review here, but I have reached for this since I first reviewed it a good number of times. It's obviously not made its way into my daily routine. But let me show you. We're going to do the soft sculpt, the lighter shade. I'll do one on each side just so you can see the difference. So I do get color from this, but it's very, very sheer. It doesn't build up like a regular powder would on the brush. You just tap or swirl your brush and you don't get any kick up, which if you're very fair, this is a great formula for that. So this is what the lighter side looks like. It's a good color, which is, you know, why I've reached for it and haven't gotten rid of it after all these years. And it has a soft blend on the face. You know what? It looks good, but I do wish it picked up a bit more pigment. So let's go into this super sculpt. So this one, how I use it, would be not like this, because this might end up looking a little dirty on me, but I would use this a little bit more tight in the areas that I want true contour, because you know what, this shade's just a little too muddy on me. It's not as easy to blend. I have to be a little bit more specific, but that's just on my skin tone. Okay, I like this formula. I don't love it. Let's do the multi-glow now to give me some color on my cheeks. If you have a deeper complexion, this could also work as a highlight if you really wanted it to, but that's very, very pretty. It edges on the border here of metallic, but it's not super metallic. If you guys have been watching my video update, my Milia popped this morning. I know they say Milia doesn't pop. I helped it along. I noticed like this is gonna sound nasty, like the filling like was kind of poking out, so something had broke, and I took care of business and the rest is out now. So we're on a healing journey. Anyways, this is really, really pretty. I do very much enjoy this blush. But the highlight for me is my favorite part. Let's try to avoid my bump right here, but like, look how pretty that is. Do I think this palette is worth it? I do really like it. In my original review, I recommended it. It's not a game-changing product, an all-time world classic favorite of mine, but it is a really, really nice palette. I would say it's really only worth it if the colors are going to actually work on your skin tone, which that's not going to be the case with anybody. But these are very luxurious palettes, so up to you. I've enjoyed my time with it. I've had it for a while. I think it's nice that they relaunched it, though Charlotte Tilbury seems a little lazy nowadays with her launches, no? Like, this also gives lazy, even though I like that it's back. I want some fresh ideas, which I feel like we haven't gotten from the brand. But anyways, face is done. I have color on my face. Yay. All right, y'all, let's get to the juice, the important part of this video. There is a reason why I was so dang excited about these. Okay, here's what they are first. So these are the Lip Cheat Contour Duos, 4 different shades. I picked up 3 because the deepest shade, it wasn't going to be pretty on me. But there's fair, medium, tan, and deep. Best curated for your skin tone. And so this is supposed to contour the lips, give that lip contour effect, make the lips more shapely, and one side is going to be more powdery for a contour, and then another shade is going to be lighter and it's going to be more creamy for filling the lips in, and it's supposed to give like the perfect nude lip for you. Also on her website, she gives shade recommendations because the pop effect that she does in her brand is supposed to be a lipstick if you want it to be. You don't have to. We're going to see how I feel about that today. But the reason I was so excited about these is because my all-time #1 favorite lip liner formula, range, everything in terms of the colors, the formula, the wear, the application is the OG, excusez-moi, OG Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheats. These are just one-sided. I love the colors in her range and they do not budge, but they apply creamy. So I had to see how this duo compared, had to see if these were going to dupe or are the same or different colors from what I already have. We're gonna investigate that today. So the Lip Cheat Contour Duos are $26. I held up the wrong thing. The duos are $26, but interesting. So are our little singleton friends. Are they the same amount of product? You can get these at Sephora right now too. I ordered mine off of the Charlotte Tilbury website. 0.026 ounces in the duo, 0.04 ounces in the single. Does that sound right? Let me read the box. So this formula has got to be different because the duos are made in the Czech Republic. The OGs are made in Germany. So they have to be different formulas. They are, spoiler. I've messed around with the duos. It's a review, right? I did a little bit of warming up here before I got on camera, but I did not see the difference in amount of product. Wait, on the box of the lip duos, 0.02 ounces of product. And on the single lip liners, 0.04. So how are you gonna get 2 shades? And it has half the amount of product as this. Also, these are the same price. I just laid out the information for you. Do with it what you will. Interesting. Okay, but let's actually talk about the product though, because that's probably why you're here. So I have fair, medium, and tan. In my wildest dreams, I am tan, but definitely I'm fair. Let's swatch them first. So here's what the packaging looks like. So how it's gonna work is one side, the deeper side, is gonna be the sculpt side, and it's a wooden pencil. And I actually love wooden pencils. I feel that they are drier and they're easier to control and blend. So again, this is the sculpt side of the fair. Let's do the fill side next. Now it's formulated so that the sculpt side is drier and more powdery, more easy to blend. This is true. I do feel the difference. And the fail side is creamier, as it's supposed to go over the entirety of the lips. And it's true. Medium next. So we have the Sculpt shade. That's good. That's nice and cool. Okay. Fill side. Creamier, some more warmth, a couple shades lighter. And then medium. Sorry, I swatched that really bad, but here's the fill. Ooh, that could be a really pretty nude. Now, I did do the wear test of this on the back of my hand. These are cream. They don't set down. It will kind of blend into one. I noticed the Sculpt side is going to last longer than the fill side, which I could have guessed with it being more powdery in nature. And you know, with the original Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats, these set down and don't budge, which is why I love them so much, because of the longevity. So you are foregoing that longevity, but you know, these are going to be easier to blend. You can always reapply. They're going to layer better as you reapply than these would, which sometimes can pill up. Now, I pulled the lip cheats from Charlotte Tilbury that I have in case you want to compare. I'm sure you do, but these are all new shades, though they have some very close matches, you guys. So remember, fair, medium, and tan. So with the fair shade, I immediately thought of Pillow Talk Fair and Pillow Talk. So here's Pillow Talk Fair. As you can see, I feel like it has a little bit more purple in it. And then Pillow Talk, which I think is really close. It's in this family of the fair. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's almost like a mixture of the two in fair. And Pillow Talk Medium, much more pink than what you're gonna get in the medium. Iconic Nude, I thought could be close to medium or the Sculpt. Some more purple in there. She also said that Foxy Brown is kind of in the family of these new shades. I don't have that one. Super Size Me. Charlotte Tilbury doesn't have a lot of browns in her range. That doesn't look like anything. And then Love Trap. The tones of Love Trap are matching up to medium. I mean, there's some pretty close ones there. We have some pretty close fraternal twins going on. She does say on her website, if you love her nude lip liners like Pillow Talk, Foxy Brown, and Iconic Nude, you will like these shades. It's definitely in that family. Now you want to see, look with these lip liners, the original lip cheats. See what happens when I rub over them? Nothing. That's the new ones. That's what I mean by they don't set down. The Sculpt ones are holding on a little better, but I don't know. I have some thoughts. Okay, but let's actually demo them, try them on. We'll start off with light, of course. So how you're supposed to use these: Sculpt side, lightly along the outer edges. Really easy to apply. Doesn't feel like it's dragging. Feels really lightweight. I do like the consistency of this a lot. Come closer. Now, I naturally have pretty pigmented lips, and this isn't too much deeper than my natural color, so this would work really well. Oops, not out there, but this would work really well for me for like a no makeup lip. Okay, let's see what the fill side does. I mean, this is gonna catch on the dry patches, which I figured, which is why, hold on, let me apply this. I mean, that's pretty for like a pinky lip. It has some coolness in there. It's not too peachy like sometimes the Charlotte Tilbury pinks can pull. Now, that is why she did launch the Big Lip Plumpgasm Nudegasm Diamonds. That's supposed to bring the hydration to the look. Or you can take a lipstick. For the fair color, she recommends Runway Royalty, which I don't even own that, surprisingly. But this isn't like a brownie nude. Honestly, it's not very nude to me. It's just like an everyday pinky color. Very pretty. Kind of has some purple in there. I mean, I like it. but I actually think I might be a little bit more into medium. Let's see. Here we go, medium. Sculpt first. This one is right up my alley, and it's gonna go with my makeup and my dress. Oh, yes. Yup. Love this shade. I love this shade. Ooh, if you love like the contoury, cooler browns, you're gonna love this. I don't even want to put anything else on. I will, for the sake of the video. We're gonna do the fill. I'm speechless. I love this color. Not this shade is really catching on to my dry lips because it's a pencil, you know? You need something creamy. That's a pretty nude though. This one definitely gives more 90s style lip. Let's see, could you make this more natural? I love this brush, BK Beauty Nikki La Rose N12. Really good for blending the outer lip line to soften it, if that's what you want. I like this better than the fair shade. Oh, this is good. Love it. Now, we know that this isn't going to last as long as the lip cheats, but these are going to give more flexibility in how you use it, how you blend it. It's also going to be a little easier to touch up throughout the day, but you do have to touch up throughout the day. So it's kind of a give and take situation. I love this one. And then put a light lip in the center. I'm not going to dig for catwalking. Wait, I didn't have to. I found it. Okay. So catwalking she recommends for the pop shade. Ooh, I see why. It's pretty. And this adds a little bit more hydration to the lips, even though it's one of the matte lip colors. Oh, I love that one. You should get that one. No pressure. I don't care what you do. But I really like that one. And if you think you'll like it, I would like for you to experience that. And I did buy all of this by myself, guys. So I too took the plunge. Okay, let's do tan. Yeah, okay, let's do tan. I don't know. This one's a little dark for my skin tone. Yeah, I'm gonna want to blend this. But obviously, for tan skin, this is a good nude for ya. That fair shade was just so pink. Because I'm looking at the other shades. The following three after fair, they're more brown. For some reason, fair is very, very pink. Let's take our smudgeroo. This I'm just doing because it's a little dark on me. And the fill shade. I don't care for actually filling with the fill shade. I kind of applied that like a kindergartner. Okay, I'm edging on Miranda's things. I was just messing around. For my skin tone, it's a little deep for me. But, you know, we'll take some of catwalking again. And this will brighten it right up. Ignore the obnoxious overlining, but it's a pretty color. I do want to try one of the fill shades as a lip liner, so I'm gonna stick with tan, and I'm gonna use the fill shade instead. So that's definitely how I could comfortably use this. Yeah. So you don't have to use the fill shade just to fill in. It is really a 2 lip liner in one situation. Use it as you please. And like I've been mentioning about the Plumpgasm, that one does have some zing to it, I'm warning you. And it's a fine formula, but all of them are kind of the same to me nowadays, if I'm being honest. I can't tell a difference. I really didn't want to buy it, so I didn't. Sometimes they send me PR If I get it, I'll show it to you to see if there's anything spectacular about it, but I didn't want to risk my own $35 to find out. So that should tell you something. I'm gonna pop on my favorite. The medium is the best one if you have similar makeup taste to me. Ugh, I just love this. This is like that Lisa Eldridge sculpt shape that I love so much. And then Pat McGrath contour, but a little bit more neutral. A little bit of fill on the outer parts, leaving the center bare for catwalking. We could even go lighter. Let's do a dash of Kim KW. Oh yeah. Love, this is the perfect 90s nude right here. The perfect. If you so happen to know a lot about makeup manufacturing, speak to me here, listen to me. As someone extremely unqualified who's never stepped foot in a lab, failed at the sciences, listen to my theories here. So this is twice the amount in weight, but is it twice the amount in product? These are two different formulations, formulated in different countries. This, I think, is supposed to be the duo. It's supposed to be like more of a powdery formula. Maybe the ingredients in this pencil are heavier. It just doesn't make sense to me why and where and how this is half the product. So let me know your thoughts about that, because if that's the case, this should be $13. $15. I'll give them a little bump there. But anyways, that's my little cutesy demo. Was I annoying this whole video? That's my demo of the new Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes Collection, what I picked up, what I think of the palette that sold out before I could even get this video up. I like these lip duos. It's a different formula than the lip cheats. If you love how the lip cheats are unmovable, then maybe you won't like the duos. You're not getting two of that in this formula. It's a different type of formula, a different way that lip liner is used and how it functions. So if you're partial to one, you probably won't enjoy the other. While I am partial to the lip cheats, I definitely see the beauty and versatility in a formula like this, so I'm very happy about them. I like the combos of colors as well. The medium has my heart. This one is my favorite, and the fair's pretty, but the medium has my heart. I like these. I like these a lot, actually. And I do recommend them if you like that kind of more flexible formulation. So I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know what you guys think of this launch. Did you pick anything up? Am I missing out? Should I have picked this up? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I will have these tagged and linked for you guys. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, because as I continue to use these some more, I will feature these in an upcoming speed reviews. And I think that is that on that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.